Hello and welcome back to goldstocktrades.com. Today we have a returning guest with us, Steve Alfers. Steve is CEO of Pershing Gold. Pershing Gold can be traded as PGLC on the Nasdaq. Thanks, Steve, for being here with us today.
Well, thank you, Jeb. I appreciate your interest in us and this opportunity to talk with you and your subscribers.
Well, it's been an exciting time for Pershing in 2015, Steve. Inform us about some key events that has occurred to the company over the first half of this year.
Well, 2015 has been a big year for us. We started the year with a major land transaction with Newmont. As you know, Newmont is our neighbor and colleague in the development of the Pershing Gold and Silver trend there. We entered into a transaction with them to rationalize the title around the Relief Canyon mine. In January, we announced that deal. It cleared the way for us to open the mine later this year or early next year. The second major event this year was that we encountered high-grade feeder zone intercepts in our North Target area. It redefined the nature of that deposit. It's entirely a geologic success by our geology team there. With the hard work of mapping and drilling, it enabled them to target where they thought they could find high-grade possibly feeder zones, and they encountered those, and we released those results earlier this year. We've continued to move ahead with the rest of our 2015 drilling program, and we're exercising now with 4 drill rigs on site, drilling 3 target areas in and around the deposit itself, and continuing to test some of our exploration targets that are more remote from the mine. Probably as big a landmark as anything so far this year has been the uplisting on the Nasdaq. Just last week we achieved that. The stock has been trading there, and the trading has been solid. The volumes have been good, and so I think we've made a successful transition from the bulletin board to Nasdaq. About the time we uplisted, we also announced a new 43101 resource. It's a significant resource upgrade in our measured and indicated component of the resource, as well as a significant expansion of the entire MII 43101 compliant resource. Looking ahead right now, we're contemplating further listings. If not already this week, soon I expect to be listed on the Frankfurt exchange. So far it's been a big year, and we've got more catalysts that we're looking to develop as the year goes on.
Steve, great job on getting that uplisting to the Nasdaq. How will all these events, the resource estimate, the new discovery, the uplisting, how will this impact Pershing in regards to opening doors to institutional finance and big mutual funds?
Well, I think the big change there is the listing. The Nasdaq listing puts us on the radar of institutional investors. We've been noticed by institutional investors. We have many friends who are in the institutions that are specialists in the gold space. But while we were trading only on the bulletin board, many of those institutions just couldn't buy the stock. So the real key to this to open the doors that we see in front of us right now is the listing, because now this major exchange gives us a stock that can fit into most any portfolio, and so from now on it's a matter of how we perform in the gold space, and our audience and opportunity for new sponsorship for the Pershing Gold is right there in front of us.
Steve, talk to us about the plan for the second half of 2015 to get the Relief Canyon deposit in Nevada further closer to production. What's the plan for the second half of 2015 to advance the project?
Well, we're sticking right with our main game plan, only we've picked up the pace tremendously. The game plan that we've been following now for some time is build a deposit because the deposit is open in every direction. So we'll continue to drill that while we prepare the project and the facilities for the reopening of the mine. As I said a minute ago, we've got now 4 drill rigs going out there on site right now. So we'll continue to do that. We'll have results that will be coming out as those results come in and it looks timely and appropriate. So we'll be able to let the investment community know what our progress is on the drilling there. We'll be upgrading the deposit itself and expanding it, but we're also testing a couple of targets that have not been explored at all in some cases and need to be drilled out further. We'll be doing that this year. At the end of this year, I'm expecting to close off that program and seek another new upgraded and expanded technical report under 43101, so we can look forward to seeing how this deposit continues to grow through the rest of this year. We also plan to do an economic analysis. Q3 is where we're targeting. I want to have this economic analysis done on the back of the release that we just went out with last week to announce the upgrade in our measured, indicated, and inferred resource. So that resource will then become the whittle pits and the model for new economics for the project. I'm expecting to see them become even more attractive and bigger. But we'd expect to see that study. We're going to have that done by a third-party engineering group. We're negotiating those contracts right now, and we'll announce that engagement when we have that in hand. Finally, toward the end of the year, with an economic analysis in front of us, with our new resource and the prospect of growing that further by the end of the year, we'll sit down and review the economics with gold price projections and make a decision about the timing of reopening of the Relief Canyon mine. I expect it to be mid to third quarter 2016. But right now we're going to see what the economics tell us to do and what the most prudent management of our investors' assets will show us what to do.
Steve, as we conclude here this interview, Pershing, you've had many years, decades of experience in the mining sector. We're going through one of the down cycles in the gold market, but you've had experience of repositioning companies for the next upturn. Talk to us about how Pershing is unique in this gold environment to be repositioned for growth in the next bull cycle in gold.
Well, I think Pershing is positioned to lead the pack as the gold market begins to turn. And I think we've tried to position Pershing as a company that always stays real close to the fundamentals. That is to say, a project that can be grown and can be operated at a margin, at a profit, at these lower gold prices. And so long as we continue to be rewarded with our exploration and development there, with the improvement of the deposit, we have an existing processing facility in place that was designed for this ore body. And so we're going to be able to start this mine and carry it through its mine life as a low-cost producer. We're in a great jurisdiction. It's safe from a political risk standpoint. It's highly transparent from the permitting standpoint. And so this is one of those companies that has the right mix of assets. We've got a great team behind me around here, so we have the right kind of talent that can push this project into production. If we expect to be a leader as we watch this market turn, we've got to be headed toward production. We're in the gold mining business, and we need to be mining, and we need to be pouring gold bars, and we're well on our way toward doing that. And the decision to go forward that we'll make this next year will be done with the investors' interest in mind. And as we make that decision, we'll be out there. We're lined up to become Nevada's next gold producer, and that's where I expect us to be.
Steve Alfers, CEO of Pershing Gold, which can be traded now as PGLC on the Nasdaq. Thanks so much for being here, and congrats on having such an exciting, making so much progress so far in 2015. And I look forward to some more events going on into the second half of this year.
Well, Jeb, thank you very much for your attention to us and providing us this opportunity to take our story to you and your subscribers. We're honored to do that, and I look forward to working with you in the future.